Alright, what up, tubers? Back for some more sealed practice for the Arena Open. And just sealed practice in general. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate it a bunch. We're pushing 42,500-ish. Alright, what do we got now? Opened a Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei, Risona, Soul Ripper. And the best of these rares that I opened is probably the Farewell and the Shigeki. Actually, we have a nice little combo here with Shigeki and Soul Transfer. But let's just jump right into the deck building and do what I do. Again, just going to pull off anything that I deem playable. And we'll go from there. Blue does not look playable. Could be a splash of like Completion and Specialist, yeah, but blue is pretty bad. Ooh, black has a Chef, a Raid. 2 Life of Toshiros is pretty darn good. Centipede is whatever. Whatever. Red's got some aggro garbage. Green as... Green has the Season of Renewal Shigeki combo. For what that's worth. I've got a Terrarium. Alright, maybe green is playable here. Some multicolored cards. I don't think we're going to be able to play the Automaton with how the artifact count is looking. 3 duels. And what do we got? Anything else I want to pull out? Crab splashable? Nah, maybe not. Alright. Let's go from here. What can we build from this? What is my best color? Let's see. White has a lot of good removal. It's got Farewell, 2 Arrests, and a Banishing Slash. That's pretty solid. Oh, and a Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, so white has a lot of good removal. Green's got a lot of the Rebuy and the Shigeki. Black's got double Life of Toshiro. Red has some multicolor cards, but to me, this, man, feels like I've been doing this a lot, but maybe this is just like some Abzan build again. I don't even think it's worth going 5 color here. The red really just doesn't look very good to me. Blue obviously not going to be necessary. We don't need to splash Completion when we have this much other fixing. Alright, so maybe go from here. Start with an Abzan base. Which sadly only gives me 1 land. Just the Scoured Barrens. I don't have any network, whatever it's called, the 3-mana artifact that fixes and loots. I do have 1 Terrarium. No Tanukis. Man, this is kind of rough going here. I don't think we're gonna need the Lucky Offering. Centipede's filler, Inkrise doesn't make sense. Yeesh. I guess I could just be splashing black. I lose access to Soul Transfer, but that's okay because we have so much removal already otherwise. So maybe we're splashing the double Life of Toshiro plus the Naomi. Oh, I guess I have a Grafted Growth for fixing too. I didn't realize that. Creature count is 9 plus how many sagas here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Roaring Earth probably not going to be at its best. Alright, yeah, so maybe a green-white splash black deck is in order. You can probably splash the Dockside Chef if you really wanted to. I don't think that's going to be necessary here. Do we want to add the second Season of Renewal? So what does the Season of Renewal do for us? It's actually not great with our arrests. Farewell Exile, so that's kind of awkward. How many enchantments do we have? 12? Okay, so that's pretty good on that front. A lot of 2-drop creatures here. How many artifacts do we have? 1 artifact? Yikes, just the terrarium. So sadly, this is not going to be a very good Banishing Slash, and that actually also makes Naomi really poor. None of these other cards make artifacts, right? Wow, could it be black is just not worth splashing? That kind of sucks. I really liked Life of Toshiro, but... I mean, maybe we can add some more artifact. What can we add? We could splash an Ambusher. That seems pretty weak. Oh, are these all of my green-white cards? No. I had artifacts turn on. Those were all of my green and white artifacts, though. Don't think we want Decoy. Yeah, that makes Naomi pretty weak. So then I guess the question is it worth splashing 2 Life of Toshiro and not the Naomi? I think so. But maybe there's something else that we can get in instead then. Dum-dum-dum-dum. I mean, maybe the Roaring Earth is okay at the end of the day. This is not a great sealed pool, but I think we can still probably get some wins with it. Our removal's pretty good. I'm just debating if we want to get that Roaring Earth in or the second Season of Renewal. Probably don't need 2 seasons. How good is Roaring Earth here? Just okay? Maybe the deck is better off just like this. 17 lands is... Actually, I guess 17 lands could be too many. 16 lands plus Terrarium, Samurai, and Commune. Plus our curve is pretty low. I guess we could just put in the Roaring Earth and shave the 17th land here. Is this even good then? Maybe we should reconsider playing like our red-white. Yeah, it just doesn't look like green's doing all that much for me. All right, let's take out the green for a moment and take a look at how a red-white deck could be. We would get Risona and Asari Captain. We would get Synthesizer, Ronin, Sling, maybe the Aki Ronin. Reactor, I highly doubt. Goro, Song, Heiko. Probably wouldn't end up splashing in this build. How does that look? 13 creatures. How many sagas here? Just 1. Five artifacts, 6 enchantments. Could put in like the Brute Suit here, or like the Colossus if we wanted to. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. This is another consideration, certainly. I mean, Resona is not anything special. It just fits the color pairing. Ryusei would be amazing, but... Let's see. I don't know. I lose a lot of the grind value. Like, green has a lot of good grind potential, which I think is better for sealed. So I think at the end of the day, I kind of like going the green-black, green-white splash black version a little bit more. Get the double life of Toshiro back in, yeah. I think this is where I stand on this. And 16 lands. Alright, looks fine to me. Not an amazing sealed pool, but we can probably rattle off, I'd say 3 or 4 wins. Hopefully some more. Let's get at least 8 total white sources. How many swamps do I need here? 1? With 1 swamp, how many black sources does that give me? 3? 4. That gives me swamp, barrens, terrarium, and grafted growth. But we're gonna need at least 7 or 8 forests, so I guess we go 8 green, 7 white. Because we don't really need Banishing Slash on turn 2. We have Samurai that can go grab a plains as well. I think we have more green. Oh no, we actually have more white pips. But the green is earlier than the white is. Yeah, right. Maybe there's some black deck in there too. We don't really have any ninja. We could go like red-black, maybe? Some bad red-black aggro. But I don't want to go bad red-black aggro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Yeah, we'd have enough playables if we went red-black. And the artifact count would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, if we could go red-black artifacts and we would get access to the automaton plus the reactor. Oh god, alright. Let's take one more peek at a different list. I mean, this is the cool thing about sealed. So many different builds available. That. Maybe one of those. 2 of those. That's fine. Maybe... we would get this. Oh, no, not that one. Artifact count is current 11, so yeah. Automaton. So something like this, and then we could always splash if we want to. There are some definite splashable white cards. So how good is Goro Goro in this list? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways to enable, modify. What's the white fixing? We have Scoured Barrens and Terrarium if we wanted it. Artifacts at 12, enchantments at 4. Yeah, this doesn't look bad. This certainly doesn't look bad. Maybe this is even better than the grindy green cards. Is it worth a shot? I don't know if any of these white cards are actually splash worthy though. Michiko's is fine to splash. I mean, a couple arrests. Oath is fine to splash. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this red-black. Let's try something a little bit different, and we actually want to run Terrarium here over land number 17, because that gives us an extra way to modify for Goro Goro, and looking at our curve, we really don't need 17 lands here. Let's go 8-8. This is one of those, I've been saying it the last couple sealeds, but this is one of those builds where, because we don't really have super powerful top-end cards, it might just be better to go like an aggro deck. Like, I have some really good control-y elements, and maybe I'll make a swap for a different game, but for now, let's try the red-black list, and then we can always swap to the Abzan control-y list before we get to our third loss. So let's do that. Let's have a little fun. Going to need to find a black source here, but this is a keep on the draw. You don't want to play Synthesizer turn 1, but we can play Reactor on turn 2, and then if we brick on a land, Synthesizer on 3. Try to find a land. Third mountain before first swamp, not great. Wow, Crackling Emergence, okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna run out the 2/2 then. Try to keep the pressure alive. Like, the reactor's not doing anything early on anyways. 3-color aggro maybe from the opponent then. See, this is where I'm gonna wish I was running the Abzan deck instead. Because maybe my deck is not very good versus an opposing I mean, maybe they're not aggro, I don't know. We'll go Reactor Pass after land, and then next turn we'll play Synthesizer. Still have, what, 13 lands plus Terrarium in the deck. Okay, nice. Now we don't even need to do that if we don't want to. You may cast an artifact from your graveyard. Okay. This is awkward. Well, this is good mana efficiency-wise. It taps me out, but this is bad mana efficiency-wise because I'm not casting one of the 3 black cards in my hand. If that makes sense. Because unless I draw a swamp, I won't be able to cast 2 black spells next turn. That is okay. Interesting. Huh. Well, let's see if we can synthesize a swamp here. And mountain's not bad. We can smack in for 3. Play the sling. Play the centipede. Reactor's up on 4 already. And we have the Heiko plus the synthesizer, so pretty good value here. We can sack the synthesizer, make a 2/2, get the exile card that maybe is castable, and then attack with Heiko. Replay the synthesizer, get some more value that way, but it's looking pretty good for us. Sure. Yeah, if they just equip, I will block with the sling. And that way, you know, we can attach the centipede to the Heiko, attack for 5, get the trigger of the Heiko, play the sling back from the graveyard. Another chumper. Cycle Born to Drive. Well, looks like we found some delicious targets. Yeah, 5 mana. Let's start off with a synthesizer activation looking for a land. Hit Mr. Chef. Alright, well, we're gonna have to say goodbye to the chef, because I'd rather play out the Life of Toshiro this turn, and we'll attack for 7. Surprised they didn't block here, given that the second trigger of the Life of Toshiro is just going to kill their 1/1 again. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is fine. This is not what I want to be doing in Sealed. Sure. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, they're just dead. No complaints here, my friends. I think a lot of people are going to try to force these aggro decks in the sealed environment. And if you're able to build a good like defensive control-y deck, value deck, you'll probably have a really good time versus them. But this is a good, I guess, example of a decent aggressive deck. I mean, we have a lot of individually powerful cards, right? We have the double Life of Toshiro, we have the Goro Goro, some other stuff, I'm sure. What are we missing? We're missing like an Anvil. Anvil would have made this really solid. Yeah, we'll play a couple games with this, see how we do. If we get to 2 losses, I'm gonna swap over to the Abzan control deck with the Shigeki, the Season of Renewal, the what's it called? Farewell. Okay, this is a decent looking hand. I will say this, if you ever get to ninjutsu back a Virus Beetle, you are a happy camper. Alright, drew a land, so we can get up to 3. Probably gonna run out the Soul Ripper next turn. The opponent runs out a Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, now that they ran that out, I think I'd rather play out the Virus Beetle and try to block. If I play the Soul Ripper out, then I can't block. There's Hacker, and I don't really want them to get a free hit in with that card. I discarded a Terrarium, sure. My hand has no removal. Wow, that is pretty aggressive. I thought for a second they might have another Hacker that they wanted to ninjutsu in by making that play, but maybe they just have a bunch of lands and they really need to get the loots in. So what I'm gonna do here next turn, barring something else off the top, is we're just gonna play out the Ronin, go to combat, and then turn our Ronin into a ambusher. Next turn we can play the Soul Ripper plus the Goro Goro, or we can just play the Heiko. We have Virus Beetle in our graveyard, so if we do run out the Heiko, the opponent's going to be incentivized to either have a way to kill the Heiko, or just, you know, straight up block it or something, profitably. So make sure in these scenarios, you attack before you play out your spells. Just because for the opponent's sake, they might have drawn something that they would rather have cast this turn instead of, you know, their companion. I think I'm pretty happy attacking and trading with their companion if they want to double block. Just a chump. Well, I'm okay with that too. That is a very good card. They don't have any blue sources right now, or sorry, red sources right now, thankfully, but we're gonna need to find something for that one. Let's go ahead and just cycle off the Ronin here. And we'll play out our Blade Blesser. It's got the Death Touch from our Ambusher, so at least that can attack in and maybe trade with their hacker. Dramatist's Puppet, just a 2/4 here. What do we have to kill Hidetsugu? I think we have a Flame Discharge. I don't have a Voltage Surge. I don't have a Twisted Embrace. Oh, whoa, okay. Well. Oh, we also would have had that. They only have one card in their hand, so I'm going to attack with the Heiko here. And get back our Virus Beetle. Let's make them discard their last card. It was a Shrine. Go ahead and just finish off the 2/4 because that's kind of annoying. And I guess we'll play out our Soul Ripper. Looks like even if they hadn't attacked awkwardly with their Hidetsugu, they were probably not going to be winning this game. They can draw 2 cards with the Reliquary. Yeah, that's obviously fine. But this game's over. Or at least it feels over. Okay. We'll save this for something relevant. We don't mind just whacking in. I mean, I guess I could make them discard the last card in their hand. That's probably safer. Because if it's like a Behold the Unspeakable, you know, we're going to be pretty happy about this line. Just play it safe since we're so far ahead. Shrine Steward, alright. So here the Soul Ripper can gain counters if I sack a creature, so that enables the Goro Goro activation or ability. But they might just be dead on board here. Let's see. Through with this. Oh, I could have given it haste too. They block. They're just dead. Actually, I can sack the chain. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do here. But yeah, even if they hadn't attacked with their Hidetsugu, I don't think they were going to win this one. I don't think their deck is bad. I don't know why their puppets are in the deck. Maybe they have some other way to utilize the counters. But didn't look bad. Don't do this to me. Just accept it. Thank you. I will say this, at least these games are faster than the decks that I'm normally running. The decks that I like to build in this format are usually slow, grindy, kill you on turn 15. This one's like, alright, you know what? You've got 6 turns. And, yeah. Boom, boom, baby. More than anything, I hope y'all are learning, or at least getting different perspectives on Sealed. Because it's kind of a lot to take in at once. When you open so many packs. 8 swamps and a terrarium, so 9 black sources in the deck, and I'm on the draw. Okay. Since we have early plays without black, I think this is okay. Oh man, swamp. Ooh. Now that we draw the now that we drew the automaton, I don't think I'm gonna play out the sling turn 1. I'm gonna sandbag it as an extra 1/1 counter. Although we're still gonna go ahead and just immediately play out the Life of Toshiro turn 2 here. Make sure we get the kill before they can like put a counter on that. And that's gonna start flipping the life faster as well. Nice, alright. Yeah, this draw is really nice. Automaton into sling. Next turn we can ogre if they play like a preserver, which is the 4/4. Smack in for 4. Hope they played a 4/3. I think that's also one that we want to go ahead and just get aggro on. Ah, they did have a Jukai Preserver. Oh, sorry, hit the microphone. We still have a good attack, though. With our Ogre and our Automaton. Oh, wow. That's very aggressive. Do I want to trade with that? What is this attack? No, I think I'm just going to try to race it. Oh, man. It's a good draw, too. I could just kill their Preserver and smack in for, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or we could play the Centipede. Move the sling over to the memory. Hit him for 7, trade with our Ogre. I do get a little bit punished if they go, like, land in a spinning wheel kick by not trading with the Kami, but kind of like this aggro play here more instead. And if we draw another land... Actually, we don't even need another land since we have the memory, but we can go... Soul Transfer, exile our creature, bring back our Ogre, make another creature unable to block. And actually, that would be exactly lethal. Yeah. So if they just play like one rant, like if they play a Samurai here, the 4/4 Vigilant Samurai, we have them dead next turn. This is one of the things I don't like about Goro Goro. It just doesn't seem like you ever have a chance to really invest into it. I mean, obviously it would be good. This card is powerful. I've never just really had it work for me, though. Too busy already killing my opponent. or not being able to set up a position where I can pay 5 and attack with a modified creature. Sure. Still lethal. I don't know why they didn't do that to the automaton. So exile their Kami, bring back my ogre. I count 9. It's working out. It is working out. I guess this is more akin to, if you watched yesterday's video, what I was saying, that if you have good cards, good aggressive cards, it's fine to do so. And like, we do have a lot of high quality cards. But what I was referencing when I said you normally don't want to do an aggro deck unless you don't have a better choice is when you don't have powerful cards that allow you to go, you know, 3, 4, 5 color. Sometimes your only option is to play the aggressive deck. But that aggressive deck that I'm talking about is usually not very powerful. But we just have a lot of good cards in this, so not too surprised that we're rolling off. Also, we've drawn pretty well. A couple games now we've kept hands that didn't have a second color and got there on time. Wait, what is this? There are no mistakes, only happy accidents that may lead you to trying a new strategy. Is that what that said? Are they stealing from my Mr. Ross? The heck? Speaking of, yeah, no, seriously. Was this game 4? And 3 of our games, we've had 3 of 1 land type. I don't think we keep this on the draw or on the play. Oh man, when aggro decks mulligan to 5. Oh, are you joking? Okay, I mean, I'm gonna pitch a mountain here and I guess the Nezumi and go for the value cards. That is absurd. What? Three mountains into 4 swamps into 3 mountains? Like, come on. We don't have that many expensive cards in the deck, and I don't want to just pass my turn 3, so I think because we're already on a mulligan to 5, I'm gonna get a little bit greedy here. Yeah, well, that worked out. Cloudsteel Kirin, sure. Let's play the Heiko and attack for 4. I don't know what's in their hand, obviously, but I think in a position where your opponent has a mulligan to 5, you often want to trade 1 for 1. So if I were them, I would probably make this block here, but again, I don't know what's in their hand. And maybe they don't have an answer to Heiko, where blocking would actually just be bad, so we'll see. So obviously if they trade here, Kirin to Soul Ripper, and they don't have something to stop the Heiko, then I just get to recast the Soul Ripper next turn after attacking. Network terminal, okay. Into a 3-1. So they're gonna attack for 3, gain 3. Song Shaper. I don't really want to trade with their Prowler. Go Song Shaper. Crew. Attack. I think I kind of like sacking the Synthesizer here. Giving it Menace. Nice, we did hit a playable too. I guess maybe I should have crewed with the Heiko so that I could block their Prowler with my Song Shaper. Maybe that was a little bit bad. This is only Samurai or Warrior attacks alone, okay. What's your game plan here, friend? 4 cards in hand. Virus Beetle. What am I pitching? I guess the Ambusher doesn't really do much here. I mean, maybe there was a world where I'd be able to ninjutsu off the Infiltrator, but... Okay. Yeah, we're surprisingly not doing that bad. Sure. Mr. Chef. I think we're getting an aggro here. Don't think we're going to be sacking anything. Think we're just smashing with all. Because they have to double block the Soul Ripper here if they want to trade with it. Could be a world where I just pump with the Infiltrator. But I'm guessing I want to play out my hand. Okay. I gotta double block it? Or no? Just chump? Just a chump. Alright, we'll hit him for 3 and then we'll just run out both of our cards. I mean, their strongest play last turn was just a 2-drop and a 3-drop, so... maybe there's hope. I will need to eventually find a removal spell if they reconfigure their Kirin onto something. But this looks surprisingly winnable. Uh-oh, a little bit less winnable now, especially if that flips. Fable is really freaking good. I don't So I'm guessing they probably should have held on to that land for multiple reasons. Oh, okay, their plan is tapping out. I was gonna say, because they have the terminal and they have the second mode on the Fable, rummaging / looting for them would have been pretty good. I am taking 8 in the air though. Okay, well, I guess they're just gonna kill me. How close am I to killing them? Pretty close, actually. Pretty close. So they're gonna have 3, 6, 7. I can make this a 6 power menace creature. So I think what we're gonna do is play the centipede out. Crew. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they'd have to block here, I believe. They're taking minimum 7 because they can't double block that. Well, I guess they could, but they when they lose both their creatures. Take 7, they have to block both that and that. Take at least one more, take 8. So if I don't attack with the infiltrator here, take 6, block 1. Yeah, so we attack with all. And sack the chef. Because again, they're going to have to block both of these. So they go trade. Take 2 trample, take 6 from the Soul Ripper. They cannot kill me this turn with what's on board, but they can put me to 1. Oh, did I miss it? Can they kill me? Oh, wait. I just can't math. I'm really bad. Alright. Right. Somehow I didn't... How did I not math that correctly? It was all on the board. Alright. Oh, God. Well, that's embarrassing. So what was the correct play then? I have to leave back the flyer. Oh my God. So I leave back the flyer. They block 1. Oh my God. I mean, that game was very winnable. That was just a punt. I did my attacking math correctly where they had to double block. Maybe I missed the fact that the friending was going to give +1/+1. Anyway, that was just a big brain fart, so nothing much to say there. I just didn't count. Yeah, I don't know where my math went wrong. Good beats. Okay, this is seriously messed up, though. Finally! Holy crap. Yeah, this hand's not even that good. Slightly embarrassed, though. God, man, I don't know how I didn't do the math correctly on that previous game. I think we're in that if I don't make that huge mistake. Well, that's a problem. Hopefully they don't have too many artifacts in their deck to make that good. Yeah, these centipedes are also awful on defense. Like, I don't want to trade it for their decoy, but... Alright, they get to grab 2 forests. They might not attack here, oddly enough. They probably don't want to trade their automaton away. Oops, don't want to use that. Alright, so the Akiba gives us both an enchantment and an artifact. Actually, this looks like a pretty good turn to put the counter on the centipede, because if they want to trade for it, they have to double block. Yeah. So we're gonna have to save our soul transfer for the Boseiju, which is gonna flip into a 6/6 next turn. Oh, they have the Frogman. Please do not have an enchantment this turn. Alright, I like them getting aggro. Wow, that's another fantastic draw. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit of checking the waters here. I'm gonna play Life of Toshiro, target their decoy, and see if they pay the 2. Because if they draw a card, then we know they're tapping out, and I can just kill the Tatsunori with Flame Discharge. Perfect. Alright, they get the fatty. We have the transfer for that one. Raid is going to turn into a 2/2 menace. Life is going to give us probably +2/+2 on the centipede if it doesn't die. Okay, that's fine. I mean, they still have 4 cards in their hand, but eh. Crafted growth. Sure. A red shrine. That's fine. Alright. So we should be okay here. We're getting a little bit low on life, but... let's give our centipede +2/+2. Exile their 6/6. Smash for 6. And then we might actually get a Goro Goro activation next turn. Amazing. I like chumps. Because our centipede does have a +1/+1 counter on it. Remember, modify does not count opposing enchantments. So the Clawing Torment on my centipede doesn't mean it's modified, it's the +1/+1 counter that's making it modified here. Actually, do I just win if I give everything haste? If I just go centipede haste, I think they're dead. Yeah, alright. The one time I was going to be able to make a dragon. And I just got to kill the opponent instead. How sad. I can't wait to read the comments that talk about the one loss I have. But at least, yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to say about it. I just miscounted. Comments such as, why did you do that? I guess I'm bad. I don't know. But yeah, pretty funny. Yeah. On to the next. What are we, 4-1? 4-1 having fun. Look at that! We have both colors again. It's amazing. Okay. Because I'm on the play, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Sling Out turn 1. If I was on the draw, I wouldn't. But this is likely to get in for a couple points of damage. And it's just mana efficient. Nice. Yep, we're gonna get in for 2. Now we're gonna play out Mr. Centipede. Having an artifact gives this Death Touch. Alright. Containment Construct. Let's just push. We're gonna reconfigure the Sling on our Centipede. Smash in for 5. Looks like they have Tamiyo's safekeeping. I do not mind them using it like this. What we don't want to see are like modern ages. Eh, Kunai's fine. That eats up their turn and just kills the Centipede, so it's no big deal. Alright, that was actually a pretty good draw too, because that means our Blade Blesser now is a menace. Death Toucher. And they have the best uncommon. Not good. Oh, that's not bad. Don't think we're gonna soul transfer yet. Gotta save that for something better. Whoa, that's not a good sign. Double top. Alright, so what's gonna happen next turn? We're gonna get our 2-2 raid. We found our target for soul transfer. I'm probably just gonna pop the reactor on the construct right now. Inventive iteration too. And a network disruptor. They're tapping my Sling for some reason, okay. Yeah, I think we do this. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat them in a long game, so I think I just need to press right now. They're probably going to bounce my Blade Blesser, but we still have good attacks with all of our equipment. Actually, it's more damage here to equip the Sling here and just smash with both. Deal. They're gonna go down to 3. Alright, they're gonna go down to 5. Oh my gosh, do they have the frickin' crab? Oh, okay. I was gonna get punished for not playing my land. Ugh. Yeah. Sadly, they are stabilizing here. Oh, they have another Behold the Unspeakable? Okay, well, their deck's nuts. That is absurd. 2 of the best uncommon? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Our only chance is that they get a little bit aggressive. Because remember, the Soul Ripper can gain Menace, and technically it is lethal if I sack a creature. Or just equip the Sling. Not sure I can draw much at this point, though. Okay, so I can't cast 6s, and I can't cast 3s. Well, they did get aggressive, but... can't do anything about it here. Mm-hmm. I mean, my infiltrator has to be blocked, and I can pump it up to a 6/7. So I guess we attack with it. And does equipping the sling do anything for me? Or rather, unequipping the sling. Don't think so. Oh, actually, no, we do want to do that. Because next turn what I can do is, if I draw a 10th land... oh, that just kills me, right? Dang it. GG's. It's exactly lethal. Oh, they missed it. That was lethal, wasn't it? Oh, I guess they're gonna kill me anyways. In the course of 2 turns. Because they're gonna replay their, what, inventive? Sure. Sucky, sucky, sucky. Well, we did find the 10th land, too. Oh, I can't play it because they played a 2-drop this turn. Wow, rip. Now they just return like the kunai again. Yeah, man, they have a lot of good cards. Sucks. Ay, ay, ay. Crew in response. Hope that they miss lethal again, and then still don't think there's anything I can draw. Okay, well, they did. Oh my god, that's actually so close to winning. That's actually insanely close to winning. I'm 1 damage short. Oh, man. Oh, no. Because remember, the Soul Ripper has Menace now. And I can pump the Infiltrator to a 3 power. Was there a damage that I missed in this game somewhere? There must have been. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright, good game. Good freaking game. Ugh. Alright, well. I don't know if we could ever beat that deck with Double Behold and Inventive. The first loss was avoidable, and in fact, I think I might have won. Obviously, again, just horrendous miscounting. Alright, so let's go ahead and swap the decks now, like I said. Don't think that deck was bad. But let's try to play the what was it? The 3-color Abzan. I got, let's see, the majority of these white cards were coming in. The Double Life of Toshiro was splashed. And then we were getting a lot of these green cards. I think it was 16 land, right? Something like that. Oh, you know what? We probably will even get the Colossus into this build, because Colossus is good with Farewell, right? If you kill all creatures, you can oftentimes keep your Colossus. So maybe need to make one more cut again. I guess we will just cut that Roaring Earth at the end of the day. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, I believe. One of those. And 8 of these. Alright. Let's swap up to our second deck, since we're at 2 losses. I want to give this one a try. At least for a little bit. But, yeah, probably should be 5-1 right now. I don't remember what the opponent drew on that game where I left myself dead on board. It was the 2/2 life-linking Samurai. So what happens... Sorry, I mean, we're going back to a couple of games ago, but that was the one that I punted. So I don't attack with a flyer. They trade with one of the attackers. They take 9, go to 1. I have 1 blocker. I guess I might have wanted to leave back 2 blockers then. But then the Menace is gonna like get them next turn, perhaps. Oh, well, then they would equip their Kirin, I guess, and then I would have to draw a removal spell for Kirin. So that actually, maybe it didn't matter in the long term. Because now that I think about it, they just equip the Cannot Lose Kirin, and I have to draw exactly a removal spell, so... Anyways. Yeah, pretty good looking hand here on the play. If they don't have a removal spell for the Naturalist, we're gonna attack for 5 lifelink next turn. No, I don't love letting them hit me with a hacker, but it's definitely worth getting in for 5 lifelink. And it's not like they're even just drawing a full card, it's simply a loot right now, so that's fine. So what's in this deck again? We have 2 Life of Toshiros, Farewell. Oh, we have the Shigeki with Season of Renewal combo. That's a fun one. I guess maybe I should be running 17 lands then if we have that, because that normally wants a lot of mana. What did they name on that? White? I don't think we want to use the Terrarium, because it keeps Michiko up to a larger size. These two cards are really awkward in my hand. The only other expensive spell, which we pray we don't draw, is the Farewell. Because I think Farewell... Oh, that's really good. Well, I get punished for not putting the counter on it now. Do I want to flicker my Naturalist? Naturalist also gives my Michiko... I think we just let that die. We can flicker the Michiko to reset it and give us some more pump triggers if we really wanted to. Not sure how good that is though. Ooh, the Bank Buster. Okay. I mean, we have a huge life buffer. We don't really need to care about taking some hits here. Just running out there 1-1 with... Okay. Get another 3-3 here. We're gonna go ahead and Spirit Realm there. Bank Buster this turn. They're gonna get one card out of it, but that's okay. And then I think we attack with both. We have to double block the Michiko. I have to be fine with that. They can double block the trainee if they want to, but I'm also okay with that. The trainee's not an enchantment, so it dying doesn't matter for Michiko purposes. Okay, yep, we'll just kill the 2-3. Still don't know what they have white for. I mean, our best draws are probably just land into land. I believe everything else in our deck is castable, besides Farewell. So... Farewell, #1 worst possible draw. Knock on wood. 16 lands. One of them is tapped, right? Just the Scoured Barrens. So 10 untapped lands, potential draws. And then any non-Farewell spell. So we've got... We're live. Let's put it that way. We're live. Sure. They might just want to get the rummage or the loot here. Excuse me, the loot here. They might not have another ninja. Oh, they do. Okay, which one is this one? Another hacker. Second hacker would be really nice. Oh, Prosperous Thief, sure. A little bit surprised they're willing to take some extra damage this turn. That's actually a really good draw too. So one of my 2 Life of Toshiros win. Darn. I might have actually made a mistake here. I think I was supposed to put the terrarium on the companion. Reason being is, if they use a removal spell on Michiko this turn, had I put the 1/1 counter on the Spirited Companion, and I draw land for Thundersteel Colossus, I would still be able to crew it. And maybe it didn't matter. Oh, that's very good. I think we just slammed the Imperial Oath this turn. Three spells, but I don't actually want to draw them. We really want to just draw land next turn. And even if we do draw another spell, that's not bad, and we have the slash anyways. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think we just slam in here. Cameo's completion. Womp womp. Well, we can still attack with our Michiko. So I can slash the completion next turn if I want to, but the Colossus won't be untapped still. Kind of annoying. Have to imagine they have another ninja in their hand for the thousand-faced. Alright, what is it? Nope, nothing. Pass. Again, I could go for lethal here by getting rid of the Circuit Mender and attacking with everything. But I feel like I'd rather just get rid of the completion. And go for it next turn. This is also going to give me a 2-2, so... I'm assuming they have something in their hand. Okay, dig, dig, dig. Discarded a sling, 4 cards in their hand. 6 mana. Pass. That's good. That's a really good draw. Okay, no second completion, at the very least. Do you have like multiple Wanderers interventions or something? Or they have like a Volted Surge now? Oh, I Ganjo. Pretty sweet. Alright, that's cool. No worries. They're losing all of their creatures but their Circuit Mender and going to 1 life. Glad I didn't go for it on that other turn, otherwise they would have killed two of my creatures with the removal spells, and then just eaten a bunch of my creatures. Alright, good win there. Didn't even draw any of my Life of Toshiros, which would have just wrecked them, given they had a couple of 1 toughness creatures. The best part about swapping decks here is that we get to showcase, you know, different strategies that you can build in Sealed. I will be playing Best of 1 for the Arena Open, but you have the option to play Best of 3 if you want to. Draft will always be Best of 3, because that will be the Day 2 event, but... Anyway, got our Shigeki here. Probably still just going to run out Jukai Trainee turn 2. Go a little bit aggro, maybe. And then when the Seven-Tail Mentor gets on the line, we can pump up our Jukai. I don't mind running out Shigeki when I have the... oh, that is a strange bounce. When I have the Season of Renewal in my deck. Why did they do that? I'm confused. I don't know. Ooh, are we going to see a Kami War in our future? Kind of smells like we might. Or like a Kyodai type of nonsense. What do they discard? Terrarium? 4/3, right? What is our play here? I guess we'll look. Find an arrest. Arrest that bug, and smack in for 5. Thanks. Are they gonna bounce their Kami? Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and run out the Shigeki because I don't think they're able to use a removal spell on it this turn. It's just too slow. So we're gonna be able to use the Shigeki to find a land and put some cards in our graveyard. Okay. Go ahead and trade for their specialist. We do want to run our lands for Shigeki. I'm probably pretty far behind. I mean, sure, they're at 9 life, but they're playing 5 colors, so... I expect we're going to see some really powerful cards from them in the near future. Yeah. Wow, did not hit a land. Impressive. Well, that's pretty good, actually. Could just banishing slash their Tanuki if I wanted to. But I think what I'm going to do here is just pass the turn. And probably Shigeki back my Oath. And like my Terrarium or my Spirited Companion. I guess getting the Terrarium gives me an enchantment for my slash. That's pretty good too. Alright, so let's go like this. We're actually going to grab another white here instead of black. We're going to go arrest on the bearer, see if they put a counter on their Tanuki in response. We're hoping that they do. They didn't. Now we slash the Tanuki. Sure. That's fine. Ooh, they have a Season of Renewal. They have the turtle plus renewal combo. Yikes. That's very bad. So now we are probably going to have to put them in a position where we exile their graveyard. Which means we lose our Shigeki. Ugh, such a gross... Oh, they do have the Kamigawa. Perfect. Love it. Alright, so... I think we gotta fire it off, huh? Enchantments... Creatures... Oh, no. Yeah. If I name enchantment, I have to eat their creatures, because if the Kami was not... If the Kami was an enchantment creature, we would just blow them the hell out naming enchantments and graveyards, because we would keep our Seven-Tail Mentor. But yeah, I gotta do this. Creatures, enchantments, graveyards. And that loses a lot of their Season of Renewal value. We don't actually want the Rebuke, but a 4/4 Vigilance looks good. So they're going to... Specialist one of my 2/2s. Yep. We are going to put a 1/1 counter on one of our 2/2s, smack with that 3/3 now. And put lethal on the board. Alright, now we just touch the Spirit Realm, the Specialist, and that should be game over. Opponent's deck was cool, but Farewell coming in clutch there, exiling their graveyard. Very, very nice. Alright, are we 6-2? Hell yeah. So that one punt might have cost us, but we'll see if we can close it out with our Abzan deck. What do we got? We got 3 or 4 wins with the red-black aggro deck. And now we're, what, 2 wins or something with this deck, so... See? You can build multiple decks with any pool. It's not even like we're running that many rares at the end of the day. I don't think the green-white list has... What do we have? Farewell and Shigeki? Are those our only 2 rares? Maybe we have one more, but... We had the Soul Ripper in black. What else? I don't even recall. Okay, this is mono removal, and I'm on the draw, so looks fine. With this type of hand, I kind of want the opponent to be running like a super aggressive deck. Because then we have things to do early versus their pressure. We don't want to be playing against like another one of those slow 5-color control decks. That's a nightmare for us. We want to see like mountain or swamp, you know? Mountain, swamp, 1-drop. And then we want to draw our Scoured Barrens. That is a very problematic card, but we have a ton of ways to kill it, so that's good. It's 1 to equip. That's so freaking busted. Yeah, I'm just gonna slash that right now. Just get that thing out of the game. Okay. We're probably not gonna be able to wait until we get to 6 mana, is my guess, for Farewell. I'm gonna take 5 next turn if they have another creature and I don't just deal with their suit. Swamp off the top next turn is nuts. Swamp's probably the best draw because then I get to Life of Toshiro the Familiar and pay the 2 ward. That's a very good draw too. Oh, I don't even remember having this in my deck. Whenever it's you in an attack, you may cast target enchantment card. Okay. So that's going to be really good with the dog. Ooh, that's not good. So we're going to block here, and then we're going to flicker. Draw an extra card. We can get back the touch later on with all of our card draw or graveyard recursion effects. One of them being the Norika here. Currently Farewell on enchantments and artifacts is kind of just GG. It would be huge here if they had like another enchantment or artifact to play, like if they played their own Arrest on a Norika. Because my dog is going to block their dog. Like, the game might just be over next turn with this Farewell. Would absolutely be brutal. Do it. No, not that. Still good for us, but we have to kill our own dog. Alright. Artifacts, enchantments. And that, my friends, is what you call value. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. But now I don't even have anything to Spirit Realm. We really wanted that dog in the graveyard, dang it. Sure. And a 1/1 flyer. They're hellbent. I'm not going to bother arresting their 1/1 in fear of them having a ninjutsu card. We might want to eventually arrest the 1/1 because we're at 8 life. Oh, well, that was probably one of our best draws. Oh, that's right, this is a samurai for Norika. Oh, okay, and they're off it. Yeah, buddy! Let's go. All right. So, through one game, 100% through one game. I mean, the opponent might have been able to equip their Platinum Angel equipment and I might have died anyways. I don't remember what the second loss was to now, but yeah. So that was a fun little one. That was a good exercise in having 2 different builds, right? Our first build was the red-black aggro deck. Our second build was more the Abzan value control deck. We never got to really go off with Shigeki and Season of Renewal, but Shigeki did do some good work in 1 or 2 games. So, yeah. More sealed practice will be uploaded this week on the YouTubes. So thanks for watching again. And yeah, if you already haven't hit that like and subscribe, do so for all these 7 wins that I've been getting for y'all. Until then, back tomorrow. Peace out.